So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Venus and Saturn in the 8th house. As in, what happens when Venus and Saturn are in the 8th house of your birth chart. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here, Astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Maghavedic Astrology Academy, where I'm pretty much teaching everything, especially including wristwatch and wealth course. But now I also, in that same course, showed you guys something connected with smartphone and Vastu, okay, which I, of course, learned from my teacher, okay, one of the best teachers around. So anyway, Venus and Saturn in the 8th house. Okay, so this is a very, very unique position because, first of all, you have Venus. So now what is Venus? Venus is money, Venus is comfort, Venus is luxury, Venus is negotiations and, being a diplomat. Venus is your spouse, especially it represents the quality of the marriage, but especially in a man's chart, it will represent the wife. Then Saturn, well, I don't know if there's enough time here to talk about Saturn, which is the planet of your accumulated karma, which is also why I actually have a Saturn reading now active. It's much more interesting than even a Jupiter reading. I just love Saturn. Got Saturn on my chest, like Elliot Ness, okay? But yeah, Saturn is your karma. Saturn can also be connected with your profession. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? Saturn represents your karmic discipline that you're here to exert because you've got a duty and commitment to deal with it. Some sacrifice you have to deal with in this life. Some sacrifice. Okay? While Saturn also represents your elder sibling, like especially elder brother. Saturn will represent the person that comes and cleans your home. Saturn is anybody that is working underneath you. Okay? So that's what Saturn is. Now you've got these two beautiful planets sitting together in the 8th house. Now, of course, what is the 8th house? 8th house is the house of... Now, this is why it's so important to understand 8th house. Because 8th house says, you want change in your life, right? You want to manifest something like, God, I wish I could just be like this actor, model, influencer. I wish a lot of people can appreciate me and I could have a lot of money. Well, that's what, when does that happen? Is when a major transformation has to take place. So 8th house will represent complete change and complete transformation in your life. And 8th house is a house of rejuvenation. So if you heard about something known as cell mitosis, where the cell multiplies, right? It's rejuvenating something. Or when your cell dies and next one is replicated, that is the 8th house, along with, of course, the 7th house as well. 8th house represents secrecy, hidden things. 8th house represents or governs things which are not to be seen by other people, because you know why? Because 8th house is the significance of Saturn. And remember, Saturn is the son of Chaya. Even though it's the son of Surya, he's the son of Chaya, the dark shadow. So what does dark shadow represents when you hear this word? Is that you see something which is secretive, hidden, dark. This is why Saturn Rahu kind of represents things connected with spying, things connected with the hidden world, the secret world, rituals. So all this is Saturn, and here it is with Venus, Shukracharya. It's Guru, because Venus took Saturn and it's under its belt to teach Saturn all the hidden secret things. Okay? Didn't discriminate. Oh, you have this Jupiter here, so you cannot be my student. I'm kind of like Shukra too. Whoever wants to learn, you come and learn. That's it. Because if you're meant to use that in the right way, you will use it. If you're meant to make accurate predictions, you'll do it. If not, you can get the greatest secret and you won't be able to do it. So here you have these three energies coming together. What do they mean? So the first thing you will see, such a person will always keep their affairs secret. They will, anytime they get into some kind of a relationship, dating, they will naturally keep it a secret. Like, you won't even know. You could be the best friend of this person, and you will not know that this person is dealing with somebody. Because what happens with this, such an individual finds more power being secretive and hidden than to just be out in the open. They won't just tell you easily unless they're sure. There needs to be that surety that, okay, I'm dating this person. It now seems like we're going to go steady. So, okay, I'm going to tell some folks around me. The other thing you will see, because again, wife is considered through Venus, especially your first spouse. You will see such a spouse can become quite they can become quite suspicious of everything that you do. Okay, they will always want to know, like, oh, who you're with, where are you at, who you're talking to, you know, what are you doing, why are you doing this, why are you doing that. So there's always this control, and the reason why that control comes in through the spouse is because there is always some form of suspicion that they will deal with you. And with especially Saturn, Venus in the 8th, you will see a person who will be excellent at dealing with finances, banking, speculation. Such a person is very good at managing other people's wealth. Such a person likes to be in the environment where confidentiality agreements are seen. Such a person does very well when they're dealing with information of other people that cannot be told to the world. And especially with Saturn and Venus, you will see that anytime this person works in a place like R&D, research and development, or they go into politics, it becomes a very powerful position. Like, such people know how to deal with such things. Like, you know, like if let's say Rahu is in the ascendant, okay, you got Venus and Saturn in the 8th. You've also got Moon in the 5th, and you've got Jupiter in the 9th. Such a person can easily work in places like CIA, RAW, IMF, MI6, right? Mission Impossible. Because again, all these places are dealing with the concept of secret information and hidden things, secrecy. Okay. Usually you will see, if this conjunction occurs in a nakshatra of Uttarashada, this person is going to be a person who does everything opposite. If the world is going this way, this person will go that way. If the world loves eating this person loves to eat something completely opposite. If the world supports this person in politics, this person will support that person. It's like day and night, you know. But usually it's, yeah, I mean, I've seen that with Uttarashada for some reason. Uttarashada and as well as Bharani. But again, we don't want to go into nakshatras. We don't want to go into, I want to make it as simple as possible for you. The other thing, you will gain tremendous amount of resources through your in-laws. You will, anytime, you know, you need something, you will be able to find it through your in-laws. And somebody in the in-law side, I'm not saying you, because in order for you to do this, there has to be some other placements that have to be present in your chart. But somebody in in-laws will be dealing with oil, petroleum, chemicals. Okay. And also you will see with Saturn in the 8th with Venus, spouse is fascinated. Your wife will be fascinated with death. She will just want to know, what is death? Why am I here? What's going to happen after death? Such people usually can even have a spouse who can become a pathologist. Somebody who can do, you know, autopsy, postmortem, whatever you want to call it. They love to go into that. They want to explore because there's something inside of them saying that, oh, I can find the meaning of death by dissecting this particular body. This is why they will go in there. You will also see that certain placement can make the spouse very fearful. Okay, but one thing I do see, you know, at least never ever fall in love with somebody and think that they're going to be the one, at least until you turn 31, 32. Before that, whatever you run into, please always be careful that, you know, one day I can get a text message from my girlfriend or boyfriend that, let's see other people for now. I need space, blah, 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 blah. We have all gone through that, especially in our mid-age. I've gone through it a lot of times. So you don't want to put your full trust until you are either at the mandap or the altar with this individual. Okay. But I mean, with Venus and Saturn, karma connected with Tantra is very active. Like at one point, you will become part of some kind of a secret organization, secret initiation, secret society. Like, for example, somebody could be a lawyer, and you know what? You can easily say, or you can ask them, especially if they're middle-aged, that, hey, are you somehow part of Freemason, or do you want to join Freemason? They're gonna have that very strong inclination towards that, especially with Freemason. If Mars is involved in this conjunction, you will see Freemasonry becoming active very strong. Okay, so anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Venus Saturn in the 8th house. There's a lot more things, but of course you can't talk about them on open space of YouTube and social media. But if you do want to learn some of the hidden things, like through Nandi Nadi, the easiest astrology, including my wristwatch and wealth, or consultation, get to the link here, chaosastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.